What's going on, fellas? All right, I have a question from one of my buddies. He wants to know what are the things, mainly physical things, women look for in a guy when deciding if she wants to have just a hookup type of relationship with him or not. Because we all know that hooking up with women is different for us and different for them. All we want to do, that hooking up is mainly what we want to do. But women themselves also want to do that, but in their head, they also have a big incentive of settling down with the guy because settling down, going into a relationship with a man, benefits the woman more than the man. The man just gets consistent sex. That's it. So there's two different aspects. There's two different routes that she can take when messing around with the guy. She can either put him into the relationship category that I'm gonna mess with him long term. I'm gonna get a relationship out of him, or she can put him in a one night stands or booty call type of guy that I'm just his booty call. I'm just attracted to him sexually and nothing else. I don't want that to advance anywhere else. Now, guys, what you have to understand is that all women would want to advance that relationship, that friends with benefits type of relationship at some point. She might not want it now, but if he's messing around with her long enough, she's going to want something more out of that. That's just in women's nature. We have to accept it, we have to move on with it. So, but as guys, really, mainly the main thing that we want is the bedroom fun out of her. It's usually the woman who's pushing us for the relationship, or at least it should be the woman who's going to be pushing us for the relationship, because we all know that us men are the gatekeepers of relationship and women are gatekeepers of sex. So the buddy of mine who asked me this question, I'm guessing he wants to know this because he's not getting as much luck with one night stances, and I'm guessing that's what he wants to do, and which is actually pretty great strategy to live by is one night stances as of right now, especially if you're a young man and you're just now stepping into your life. You haven't made it big in your life yet, so you don't need the distraction of a relationship. You can still mess around with women on the side, like how I do, medium term and short term relationships, and just keep it casual, as casual as you can. So, guys, the points I'll be talking about in this video are going to make it sound like I'm favoring certain type of groups, but I'm not. The reason behind that is simple, is because we all know that not all of us are gifted with the genetic abilities. We're all not the athletic abilities. We were all of us, not most of us were not genetically gifted. That's the right terms I'm thinking about. I'm tired. Sorry, guys. Didn't get enough sleep last night, so words are a little bit blurry right now. Anyways, so we all know that pretty much all group of women around the entire world like tall men. We all know that all type of women around the entire world like men with good amount of muscle tone on their body. Not too skinny, not too jacked. We all know women like guys with good jawlines, guys who have good looks facially. Right? We all know all of this. We all know that a woman like a guy who dresses nice, who shows off his money. We all know that all type of women are attracted to this type of guy, regardless of what a woman is saying. Guys, it's like saying that a guy is thinking to himself that a model who doesn't just look like a stick figure, because lots of models are just very skinny, who actually has a good amount of meat on her body. A girl with a model face and a good amount of curves, like the perfect amount of curves. It's like saying that that girl would not be attracted by most guys across the board. That most guys would not find her attractive. That's foolish. That's stupid to say, right? Why would you think that? Same thing goes with women. Is that you need to make yourself to that point, take yourself to that point where most women will find you attractive. And this is what most women find attractive. They want a tall guy, a guy who has good looks, handsome in the face. Again, both of those things have we have no control on either of those things. A guy who has money, obviously, a guy who's in shape, who looks like a jacked dude, right? But he's not. He doesn't look like he's on steroids. Not that jacked. We all know that all women at all ages, groups, cultures, religion, race like this type of a man. And let's call it for what it is. White men are preferred by most women than any other skin tone of men. Same with white women are preferred by most men, but any other skin tone of women. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not being racist. I'm being stereotypical. I'm telling you what's out there. And you know it's true. Why would you agree or why would you argue with me on this? You're wasting both of our time. So just accept it and move on with it if you're not a white guy. If you are a white guy, and even then, there is, just because that you're white doesn't mean it gives you an advantage on the sexual marketplace, on the dating world. You have to have other things going on for yourself. So all of these things have to come in together. All of these things have to work together. Not just one of them, not just two of them. For all women to find you attractive, you need to have a pretty boy face or a handsome face or a jock type of face. You need to have that look on you. Me personally, I don't have it. I was not blessed with it. You need to be tall. I'm 6 foot tall. That's okay for me. I could be 6'2", but there's nothing I can do about it. You need to look jacked, which is something all of us can work on. All of us can take our body to the next level. All of us, men, can work at it and be the best version of ourselves, because naturally we have a limit. We have a genetic limit how much muscle we can put on. So we all have control over that. We all have control over how much money we make. If we pull up in a Lamborghini, even if you're a short guy or a bald-headed guy, you're going to attract women, a lot more women than you would if you pulled up in a Prius. So we all have control over that. What else did I say? I said that skin tone, none of us have control over that. So mainly the two things that we have control over to attract women is our swag, how we dress, how much money we have, how we show off our wealth, and number two, how our body looks. How much we take care of our body, our skin care, our grooming style, all that. Now what you have to understand, this is the most important point of this video. What you have to understand is that just because she's going to be attracted to you does not mean she's automatically going to open up her legs and lie down for you. You still need to make the approach to her. You still need to talk to her. You still need to seduce her. You still need to have game. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. Now, are there going to be women who see you like literally the best thing they have ever seen? Are there going to be women who never met a guy as good as you, and you wouldn't even need to do as much work, or you wouldn't even need to do any of the work? She's just going to do all the work? Of course there's women out there like that. But guys, I'm telling you guys how you can maximize the amount of women you sleep with. I'm not just trying to tell you that do this or stick to one strategy or do this and then you are going to be successful with women. Yes, you will be successful with women, but how many women? We already know that we're not going to cuff these chicks. We already know that we're just going to pump and dump them or keep them in our rotation. So eventually you're going to run out of these women, and eventually you're going to need more women. And most women nowadays in this social media age have way more options than you can ever think of. Even though you are a you are that guy, even though you are a successful man, you are the guy every girl wants, even then you wouldn't have as many options as a 7 would, as a woman who's a 7 would. Because that's just because of the simps, the beta simps. They are so much out there. They outnumber us by so much, is that they just throw free compliments and validations at women's way. And women just suck it all up. So in a woman's phone and in this dating app, social media ages, it's just gonna be naive of you and very foolish of you to think that she doesn't have any other options. She might tell you she doesn't, but we all know better than not to believe a woman. We all know better than that. Come on. How naive can you be? Wake up, bro. Come on. Anyways, so yes, my buddy, if you're watching this, yes, you can attract women if you have these things going on for yourself. But as soon as you open your mouth up, as soon as you start saying something stupid stuff to her, stuff that are not turning her on, all of that attraction is going to be lowered till it's gone. So you have to be very careful about what you say to her and how you're doing things and how you're saying things to her. You have to have the seductive masculine frame. Otherwise, all of these height and money and good looks, none of this is going to matter. I can bet you money that Leonardo DiCaprio or Shawn Mendes or G-Eazy or any other pretty much Hollywood actors or musicians or Hollywood people that you can think of who a woman would go crazy over, regular women, if they came up to a regular woman's life who's that person's biggest fan, and they started acting needy and clingy and being very feminine, that woman is going to lose attraction for him. Does that mean that she's going to leave him? Probably not, because that's the best she can do. I know. He has money, and she knows that. But at that point, she's just going to use him for his money. Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be used for all your resources, or do you want to use them instead? You have to find that answer out for your own self. I know the answer for myself, so you can figure it out on your own. Guys, attraction and seduction are not the same thing. Attraction just gets your foot in the door. You just go up to them and talk to them. It gives you the chance to talk to women, more women, to initiate that with more women, to get more matches on Tinder, to have more girls slide up in your DMs. You still need to make the conversation happening. You still need to make the talk. You still need to do the talk. You still need to walk the walk. You still need to do all of that. So don't get that twisted. So, yes, these are the things that gets your woman attracted to you and gets her thinking about sleeping with you. But what if you don't have all of this? As I just mentioned, there's 2 things you can do that you have full control over. You need to work on yourself then. And again, guys, if you are a guy who's not blessed with most of these things, you're not tall, you're short, you don't have good hair, you're bald-headed, and you're not a white man. Let's say you're Asian, because Asian men have the least amount of luck with women because of the social narrative that Asian men have small penises. And like, guys, this is how stupid we are as folks. And it's because, I get it, it's because we watch porn. We think that just because he's black, he has a big penis. He has a big. And just because he's Asian, he has it small. Not all men have it big. Not all black men have it big. Not all Asian men have it small. They just pick the ones who have it big in porn and put them in porn to show this narrative to us. We have to think smarter than that. We're red pill award men. So we have to use red pill not just with women but with everything else in our life. Guys, if you are one of those guys who did not win the genetic lottery, you need to work even harder if you're trying to attract way more women. If you have only $1 million, you need to work on getting $10 million. If you're a short, ugly, bald-headed dude who has a small PP, but you have $100 million in your bank account versus a pretty boy who's 6 feet tall, six-pack abs, 8-inch, you know what, but he only has $100 in his bank account, or just $100,000 in his bank account. How many more women do you think you're gonna get compared to him? Exactly. That's exactly my point. Guys, in my opinion, money trumps all. If you have money, you can get it all. That's just in my opinion. Yeah, it doesn't make you happy, I get it. But I would rather be crying sitting in my Lamborghini than anywhere else. So, work on self-improving yourself. That's the number one goal all of you should have before you even think about putting yourself in a situation where you're just wanting friends with benefits kind of things with a woman. Work on improving your life. If you don't have anything in your world for her to come back to or for her to come into, why even bother? Why are you even watching these videos and try to learn all this? You need to get your stuff together first. You need to be that dude. All of my guys out here watching these videos, I want all of my men out here to be millionaires, have 7-figure incomes in their bank account at some point in their life. All of you. That's what you need to be striving for. These girls out here, they'll always be here, guys. If you're at 20 years old right now, and by the time you hit 40, and you've been working for the past 20 years, and now you have $5 million in your bank account, when you're in your 40, there's going to be a new crop of 18-year-olds coming into that year, into the market, the same year you turn 40. The same year you turn 40, there's going to be a new crop of 18-year-old women who just graduated high school, are going to be going into college, just came into the dating pool. And now you have wealth, you can take them around in your Ferrari around the town, and now they're jumping on you right and left. Now you're gonna ask me questions about Zeke. How do I manage all these women? That's the point I want you to get to. Hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, you already know, stay classy.